everybody, this is Cheri from djsundries.blogspot.com. Welcome to Crafty Time with Aunt Cheri. What is Crafty Time with Aunt Cheri? Well, Crafty Time with Aunt Cheri is a video series that I designed specifically for my little people, or in other terms, my nieces and nephews and great nieces and nephews who are scattered all across the country who I can't get together with very often. And as I like to craft and I like to spend time with my little people, but since we can't, I thought we could do it via video. Now, there are some fun things that I've got planned for this. This is a 10-week series. A week ago or so, I posted a video that gave an introduction to this, and if you missed that, I'll put the link in the toolbar below. But this is designed especially for the kids. Now, I'm going to be starting each week with a Bible verse, and if any of my little people want to learn that verse, they can either say it to their moms, or yes, moms, you all have my cell phone number. You can call and I'll listen to them over the phone. Then at the end of the 10 weeks, anyone who said all 10 memory verses will get a prize. If you want to play along, moms who aren't part of my little people, well, maybe you can come up with a fun prize just for your own little people. Now, first of all, little people, I know that some of you are older, and I still love you, but I can't say little and big people every time. I know you're not little, don't be mad at me. You might even get to see my face on some of these videos, which is something I don't normally do. So let's just jump into today's memory verse, and then we'll jump into today's project. Now, I'm going to be using the New King James Version of the Bible. If this is a version that you prefer not to use, you are welcome to teach your children the memory verse out of the version that you use. This is just my preferred version. So today's memory verse comes from Proverbs chapter 20, verse 11, and it's not a very long one. It says, "Even a child is known by his deeds, whether what he does is pure and right." You know what? Do we do right all the time? Doing right's hard. What do we do to do right? We obey mom and dad. We are kind to others. We love Jesus, and it's hard. But you know what? The Bible's telling us here that people are watching children, and they know if they're doing what's right. You know what? Nobody likes to be around a naughty boy and girl. So we want to do what's right and what the Bible tells us. And so that's why I chose this verse for the first week. Now, I know that some of my little people are really little. Some of you are just barely old enough to talk, and I know that's a long verse to learn. So your moms can help you decide which part of the verse that you should learn. But if you were my little person and you were about 2 or 3, I would say learn the part, "Even a child is known by his deeds," if the rest of it's too long. So that's just a suggestion from Aunt Cheri. So I'm going to set my Bible aside, and let's get started on today's project. Now today you get to pull out the bag that says week 1. Now this says me. The rest of you will have your names on it. And we get to open that bag today and see what's inside of it. Now, what's inside of mine may be a little bit different than what's inside of yours because I mixed a lot of stuff together. But let's open up the bag and see what's inside. I have a card that says "Summer Fun with Aunt Cheri." And I have this little tiny book. Now, your bag may also have stickers in it. My stickers wouldn't fit in my bag, but your bag should have some stickers in it. If not, there's some stickers in an extra bag case. Now, you're going to need something else too. In your extra bag, in your miscellaneous bag, I have some scissors that are these fun shaped scissors. Now, I only have 1 pair of these left, and these were actually Elisa's, because I gave the rest of them to you guys. So each of you should have received 1 pair. So you'll want to pull those out. And then you're also going to need some glue. Now, in your miscellaneous bag that came with you, I know you have some drippy glue. That will work okay if that's all you have. If you have a glue stick, that might work a little bit better. So check with your moms and see if you have a glue stick around. If not, you can pull out your drippy glue. I'll use the drippy glue so I can show you how to keep it smooth. So this week we're going to be making our Summer Fun Journal. What is that? Well, if you open it up, it's all made and ready to go with papers, because I thought this would be a good little thing to keep track of what we're learning this summer. We can write your Bible verses in it, or maybe your mom will. You can write in if you get to do something fun with your family, and you can write in your project. So each week that we do Crafty Time with Aunt Cheri, I want you to bring this back because we're going to write in it together. So this is a really super simple project. We're going to take this piece of paper, we're going to set that aside, and first thing we're going to do is cut it out. Now you can cut it out however you want. I kind of am picky about cutting things straight, and I do not cut very well. So I am going to draw. No, I'm not. We're going to just go with it. So I am going to cut out my part so that I can have my craft or summer fun with Aunt Cheri. Now I know this is called Crafty Fun. That's because after I made this, I decided maybe we'll see how it goes, and maybe we'll keep doing projects together through the school year, although not as many. So this one's for the summer part of that, but we might do some more later, so that's why I changed the name on the video. So I've got mine all cut out and ready. So this is super simple. Now, for those of you that are little, you may want to stop right there. Now, for those of you that are bigger, if you have some ink pads at home, if your mom's a rubber stamper like I am, you might have ink pads. They may be little like this, or they may be big, but I am going to show you what I'm going to do to mine. And when you get older, you could do something like this too. I'm just going to take my ink pad and I'm just going to go around the edges to make those colors, just to give it a little bit of extra. You could take your color crayons and do this if you had some color crayons at home too. So there says Summer Fun with Aunt Cheri. Now my drippy glue looks different than your drippy glue. This is what mine looks like, but I'm going to put it on the back, and you want to go really super thin. Oops, mine's all clogged up. Just a second. Hopefully your glue won't clog up. If you close your glue, it shouldn't, but you have to close it every time. But sometimes this glue that I have will clog up. So you want just to put a little bit, because if you get too much, your paper will get all bubbly and ugly. And then I'm going to take a piece of that scrap from here that I had, and I'm going to use that to smooth it out. Now I hope that you put paper down on your table, because you do not want to get glue on your mom's table. She wouldn't like that at all. So before you do our projects each week, you probably want to put some paper down, because some weeks we'll be painting and some weeks we'll be doing other stuff. But the reason I'm smoothing that out is because I don't want bubbles on my paper. And I am going to just put that on right like that, and then I'm going to stick it down where it's really flat. Just like that. Super easy. And now it's time to decorate. Now this is going to close like this and go, well, this will actually close like that, so some of it's going to be hidden, but that's okay, because when you open it up it won't be hidden anymore. So I am going to now start decorating. So I've got my stickers here, and I know these don't look like your stickers, but I've got my stickers here, and I'm going to put some stickers on just to make it kind of fun. Now, when you do that, you can put it over the top if you want, like that. And you don't have to, but you can put it however you want. So that one says My Artwork. And let's see, this one has some paints. There's not a lot of room here for my stickers. There we go. I'll put one like that. And then, let's see. Let's do this one that says Create. And I'll put that down here. Now, notice I put them all kind of crooked. They don't have to be straight. I like them to be crooked. It adds more interest. So there we have it. Now, I've got some sticker hanging over the edge. I'm just going to take my scissors, and I'm sure you probably have some scissors at home. If not, your mom can do this part. And I'm just going to trim it off so that it doesn't get caught on stuff, because I don't want it to get caught. Okay? So now I am going to write in my journal. So I'm going to choose a purple pen because purple's my very favorite color. And today's date is June 25th, 2013. And now I'm going to write our verse. Even a child is known by his deeds. Whether what he does is pure and right. And remember, it's found in Proverbs 20:11. And then I'm going to write at the bottom, today we decorated our journals. All right, so it is all done. And then what you do is you take this long string that I've already got on it, and you bring it around and you twirl it around so it's all nice and closed. And there we have our very first project. Now next week we have something fun, because you know what's coming up next week? That's right, it's the 4th of July. And so we are going to do a fun 4th of July project. So thanks so much for stopping by today, and we'll see you next week. Love y'all. Bye.